today. But I know why I'm wearing this today. So I'll just make this really quick before we get into our next topic here on skincare. I wore this shirt because this is what I'm wearing on Saturday, October 20th. I'm walking the light for our friends, Eric Kanipa and David Frame. So, and it's the suicide walk. So I actually would love to post a link after this, see if we can get some people to kind of donate into that walk. So, I mean, I want the walk to be really successful, and
Absolutely.
I want to reach my goal. So I'm asking all of you to, donate to that link and support my cause, because I really want to, support my friends and do this for myself.
It's a great cause.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So okay. The topic of skincare. We're just going to touch on this. In particular, you and I got into a conversation because I had no idea. Now I'm finding out from you as well. That you have skin cancer. So what, a basal carcinoma or?
Basal cell, yeah. So basically, a couple years ago, I had a spot on my collarbone that just started peeling. And it wasn't a mole. It wasn't like your typical mole you think of. It just was this flesh-colored spot. And it was peeling and it hurt. And I'm really in tune with everything in my body. So anything that's off, like I'm not one of those people that something happens and they're like, oh my God, how did you not know that happened? Like I'm really in tune with everything. So it was this little spot and it was bothering me. And 3.5 years ago or so, and I went to the dermatologist and they biopsied that one and then one like in between my boobs. And I ended up not going till I was pregnant. I found it like a month before I found out I was pregnant, and then I went and I was pregnant when they did the biopsy, and I was freaked out and tried to talk them out of it and was being a baby. But they biopsied it and they came back as both being basal cell. I have the Mohs surgery, and they kind of did it like with a laser or something, and they burned them off. And I have some great pictures. The doctors were laughing at me. I was videotaped, like picturing everything. And so I have some great scary pictures that I'll post in the comments of this.
Yeah.
And I made a meme out of it and said, get checked, and kind of tried to bring awareness to my situation. But I was going back. I was on an every 6-month rotation, and I've probably had 8, 9, 10 biopsies since the first 2. Every time I would go back, the spot wouldn't look right. Those were the only 2 that were cancer. I had a couple that were atypical. And we bring this up today because I've been noticing a spot on my arm that just didn't look right, and it's bothering me. And so I called today to get in. And there's a couple spots on my arm. So
You did tell me, you said that you had to go to another office.
So my dermatologist is here, and I love him. He looks like Doogie Howser, like a dark-haired Doogie Howser. He looks really young, and he calmed my pregnant, hyper crazy butt down. Like, he just has a really good manner, so I adore him. But they couldn't get me until January, and I was like, ma'am, I'm one of his skin cancer patients. Like, I'm not like coming because I have a breakout or like. I can't wait till January. I'm like, you can't bump somebody? And she's like, no. So they got me into a Cleveland location, which, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, not until January. It's October.
Skin is the largest organ.
Yes.
Organ
Yes.
of the body.
Yep.
And it's exposed to
Everything.
It's exposed to dust and dirt and smoke
Yes.
and the sun and
Yes.
all
and
the elements.
chemicals. So that's one of the biggest things that I learned in my natural lifestyle journey was I was changing out my food and I was changing out all this stuff, but then I was using stuff on my body and on my skin and that was not good and had bad ingredients. And I learned that it takes 26 seconds when you put something on your skin for it to get into your bloodstream. 26 seconds. Did you know that?
I've known that for a while.
I figured you knew that. I mean, that's jaw-dropping. So
Yeah.
you rub, there's a store in the mall that sells very heavily scented products, I'm not going to call them out, that I had tons of in my house. And those ingredients are horrific. And
Yes.
I was putting those all over my body. My 11-year-old was 26
Because
seconds.
because you get conditioned to believe that everything is okay because
If
it's
they're
FDA
selling it, it must be
approved.
safe.
Oh, they sell it.
Oh,
must
there's
be
no
safe, but
FDA
there's
approval though.
Yeah, I know. That's
There is
even
not.
worse. I'm just with
Most people
everything.
don't even realize that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, because that was worked on with PBA for a long time because there is no FDA approval for skin cares, hair care, anything like that. Because
But
if
you
you
know
think
what?
about
People are
it,
not aware of those things.
Right,
And
which
so
is
if
the
they
word.
were
It's because
conscious
they
of it,
sell
they
it.
probably would.
You can go on the
because
mall and buy this. It's safe.
FDA stands for Food and Drug Administration. It's not skin care, hair care,
Right.
or anything like that. So there are some bills that are out there that people can research and find out about how they're making the ingredients have to be posted, and there's certain ingredients that have been banned that can't be used
Right.
in things, and
So
that's the biggest
in the
difference.
UK, there's over 1,400 banned ingredients.
Yes.
In the United States, there's
Uh-huh.
11
Yeah.
partially banned ingredients in our cosmetics.
Mhm.
I mean, we're not talking like there's like 5 and then there's 10. 11 partially and 1,400. I mean, it's not even close.
Right.
So the importance of what you're using on your
Right.
skin, not to take this away from you because I want you to touch on your experience, but yeah, I think that's one piece people miss is what you're putting on your body. If you're not checking the ingredients, if you're checking the ingredients of what you eat and doing all of that, but then you're not taking that into your daily routine of beauty, then there's
You'd be surprised on what people place their importance is,
Right.
you know, by, and a lot of times it's not their beauty. You know what I mean? It's not their health. You know, because they have all of these outside things controlling their attention and taking it away from what they should be focusing on, their
Right.
health. I mean, take the vanity out of the equation. I mean, we all want to be able to look and feel our best, but yet, you know, people don't take the proper precautions, you know, and they're not cleansing, they're not tonifying their face, they're eating poorly. Diet is a big factor.
And not drinking
And I put
water.
a lot- not drinking
Water.
enough water, not getting rest.
right.
You know, all of these, and just going out there into the dangerous elements and not even protecting their skin. And these, and these free radicals, these pollutants that are in the air, and guess where it's going? Here, guys,
Yeah.
in here. So when you're waking up tired, when you're waking up exhausted, when you're waking up not feeling like you've aged like 5 or 10 years, yes, you have.
Right.
Because you've done so much damage to yourself and you don't even realize it. You didn't just wake up and then all of a sudden it appeared. This has been progressing for a long time.
Right.
So sunscreen is your, best friend, and there's some really quality products out there.
Well, and that's the
you
thing,
know.
is not
And
just
there's
any
not just
sunscreen.
any
You have to
sunscreen. You
really
need to
be-
find something that's patented and formulated to really. I mean, your skin is your organ, so protect it at all costs. And yes, sometimes I feel like some skincare costs money, but there's some good products out there. I feel good about investing in that.
We
in
can
those
post
products.
some links in the comments to this, even just like, there's some sunscreens. I used to use like the Copper Tone and all those sunscreens on my kids, and they're awful. And so, there's one we use called Badger that's not cheap, and it's got great clean ingredients, and it's organic, and it's just an awesome product. So I think with some of your knowledge of skincare and some different sunscreens and different things we can do, we can share some suggestions if people are interested.
Yeah, absolutely. That's formulated for my type of hair, and every hair isn't created equal.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of times you get a consumer that goes into the store and they're very trusting of whatever's sitting on the shelves. When you come into a salon or a spa, or you talk to your hairstylist or your esthetician or your massage therapist or whoever it is that's seeing you, they know what's out there. They've already done the research. They've already used the different products. They know what they can recommend to you. And professionally recommended products are always going to be best. Your dermatologist, she's going to recommend what's best for you as well.
Right.
And I know when I went in the first time when I found out that I had skin cancer, I had I had this little mark on my chest, and now I've got this nice scar here, but you can't see it as well as you used to be able to see it because it's been about 8 years since I've had mine. And they had to do Mohs surgery and take several layers. And it's a long time in the office. It's like from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I was in the office getting that surgery done. And although it doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal surgery because they're just taking layers, it's pretty in depth, and they dig
You
down
have
into
to
it.
stay there till they get the pathology back on each layer they remove,
Yeah.
because they have to make sure that the final, they remove this layer, there's still cancer in it, we gotta remove another layer, there's still cancer, and they keep going.
Until they don't have anything left. Because I asked her, I go, well, how long are we going to be here? And she goes, until your cancer's gone. I
Yeah.
go, oh, okay. So
That's what they
technically
told
I'm
me.
cancer free now, which is great. but I'm constantly watching. I've got a spot on my face right now like you that's starting to peel a little bit. It's not quite like the one I had on my chest, but it's been peeling for a little while, and he said, you know, keep an eye on it, and if it continues to do something, then come back in and see me.
Yeah.
So like you, I need to make a phone call and make
You've
my
actually
appointment.
been saying that to me, haven't you?
No, I did go.
You did go.
Yeah,
So,
and that's
okay,
when
so
he
you
told me
gotta
to keep
check.
an eye
Okay,
on it.
Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna try
Yep,
to call
that
you
was
up
in
in
January.
minute.
No,
Yeah,
that was in
we
January.
were talking about dermatologists for a long
that
time.
was in January.
Good,
And so
okay.
I did. Yes, and I went in February because we had the conversation
We
in
did.
January. I went in February, and he said, keep an eye on that spot. And he said, and
Yeah.
if anything comes of it, then let me know. And it just recently, probably because I was on vacation and paying more attention to my skin, because
Right.
I think you do when you're in different light, and when
Yeah.
you're in a hotel lighting and you're doing your makeup and
Of
stuff, you
course.
just see it differently.
Yeah.
And you've got the bigger
Absolutely.
mirrors and everything else. So, you know, I was just paying a little bit more attention to it.
One thing that I've started doing when I have spots, and he's actually, my dermatologist was kind of impressed at how some of them have changed, but I've been putting frankincense on them. I put, frankincense is known to kill cancer, and so now when I get a spot, I start slapping some frankincense on there while I'm waiting to get into my dermatologist.
And I put my cannabis lotion on mine.
See?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Cannabis lotion, frankincense, sunscreen. Protect your skin.
Mike steals my. I introduced him to coconut oil.
No
He
excuse.
Coconut oils himself, and he steals my eye creams. And I found like a $9 jar of eye
Yes.
cream in his shaving kit. I'm like, no. But yeah, steal your wife's stuff, steal your woman's stuff. Like, take care of your skin, guys. Gotta do it too.
And the women just start doing it for yourself. Invest in good skincare. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry.
You definitely have to.
You just do it. We always know how to do this, don't we, ladies? All right, guys, but you know what? That's our topic for today. Let us know what you think. Share your story and share the show. We love you. Thank you so much. And subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Something Real CLE. Check us out, and you can find that even on the Something Real Facebook page. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.
Namaste.